How's it going all? Welcome back to the shed. So I want to crack on with the side panels, I think, in this video. In the odd 5 minutes here and there I've had a little look at them, and for something quite simple, getting the right thing has proved a little bit elusive so far. I've not been happy with any of the rough kind of things I've done. But I've not really sat down to do it. I've kind of thought, well, do you know what? I can wait till nearer the end for that. You know, it's not an essential part of the bike in terms of, you know, even running. It just tidies things up a little bit. So yes, just quickly back to the heat shield. I haven't sprayed it up yet or finished securing it. I did have, after the day after I did the last video, I had a bit of a tinker around in the shed, and I don't know, I was just not really enjoying or didn't really feel comfortable with any of the affixing solutions of the heat shield onto the pipes. Yeah, so I'm kind of rethinking bits at the moment. I've got these little stainless steel riv nut standoffs. And in fact, the original mass exhausts, they weren't on, I think these are M8s, they were like M6 ones, but they literally did just have these. Literally did have these little riv nuts, which normally go into a hole that way and then get squished up. I had them flipped round, and that was sat on the that's the cross section of the exhaust, sat on there, and then just a little tack weld each side, and that provided something to screw into and a little bit of a standoff for the heat shield. And there's part of me that's just thinking, why don't I just copy that and do that? I mean, it would literally be that junk on there. The only danger, of course, I mean, I've got stainless steel shielding gas and stainless wire. The only thing is, if I blow through an exhaust or do something silly, but I've got enough offcuts that I could have a bit of a practice and not mess anything up, I think. Anyway, so I'm shelving that just for a moment till I've made up my mind. I've still got to give it a coat of paint. But yes, that might be the way forward. I just want something clean, easy and simple. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This one is side panels. So what am I going to do? So left side of the bike, so this is where your Bonneville panels would normally go. On the other Bonneville, see, I did the racing kind of board plates. I just want something just a simple, very plain, just a folded piece, something there, aluminium, just nothing too fancy and distracting. I want it quite simple and just basic. I think I'm going to leave it in a raw aluminium, possibly. We'll see that, just to tie in the front mudguard, because at the moment I've got I kind of like that in the bare metal, so I'm going to want to leave that there. And whether that just picks up that little bit of bare metal and the rest is black with the little bits of green accenting. Anyway, before I decide on the colour, got to get the thing made. So yeah, I think it's only going to come down to about there, just enough to cover the fuse box, the starter solenoid. On the other side, you've just got the rear brake reservoir. Obviously that one will be slightly different because I've got a set of exhausts coming through here with a bit of a bracket and the brake switch, so it won't be an exact copy. It will probably have a bit of a chunk cut out of it just to make that fit. But if I focus on this side, the bigger side, get all that done, and if that looks good, I'll just flip the template over and then make another template and cut out what I don't need for the other side. But yeah, probably back down to there. Not sure if I'm going to have the pod filters on show or just slightly hide them. Yeah, let's have a play. That's what I do. Let's just throw poo at the wall and see what sticks. Right then, side panels. So we're going to come off here, and just kind of looking at how I want them to lay out. I kind of want them to follow the straight line of the frame rail here. So there's an angle obviously where they come in and hook on these two nubbins here, but I want it to kind of come out kind of in line there. So got a bit of cardboard just marked out where they sit. So obviously it's not going to end like that, but the kind of hole points there, and then the line where the fold will go, which is going to be in line there. That's what we want. And then it will come down to probably about there, make some kind of loop, and maybe you have something that will just turn in there. Don't know whether to go, and the light's not great here, but over the back of here, or actually snug in with that line there. Thinking snugging it in is probably the way. Okay then, so a little bit of back and forth, adding bits, cutting bits off. Obviously this isn't the finished design, but this section to there, haven't decided on the front here, the height, and this bit here, although when that's at a right angle I need to bring this bit back in towards the frame rail just to mimic that a little bit, is pretty much it. I might put a bend in to bring that in.
With the new variant surging, 1 in every 50 people in England is now estimated to have COVID-19. Tory backbenchers have been
And that's still straight, so that's good. So I just need to decide what I want to do in this area. Do I want to expose the pod filter? Do I want to cover it? Yeah, it's a little bit more tweaking, and then I'll transfer this onto cardboard, something that's a bit more rigid. And then eventually aluminium. Right. So there's going to be this just hooks over here with some rubber grommets. There's a threaded tab here, which the old one goes on. So I'll probably end up making just a little black kind of bolt-on support that will be attached to that, just to secure that. I've made a slightly beefier cardboard template just to check everything, and now I just need to really decide the shape here, because this is the area I'm not happy with. That bit I think I'm fine with. This bit I need to think of something. Okay, so I think that kind of fits the bill for me. It's like a slight curve on those, like a number board. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'm just going to transfer this to the other side and do a little notch out. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet about this little bend in the back there. I might do. I've mauled this cardboard around a bit now, so it's not as easy to see. But that's it. So exactly the same, just wee notch cut out there for the brake switch, hose, and around the exhaust mounting bracket there. But I think I'm going to go with those. there, well, that works. Thinking ahead a little bit, I might just spray that section of black so it blends in a little bit. I've just got to decide whether I want to do that little bend in there. I'm not sure. The other thing I can't quite decide on yet, this line here. So originally came down there. I've just put some black electrical tape along there and I drew the line out because that line was parallel with that line, but actually I'm thinking, should it be parallel with the exhaust line? But you won't really see it. Or I could just spray it black. I put a slight bend in after all, and it's getting a bit dark out here now, but I think that just makes them look a little bit more shapely. So yeah, I think it's going to be black there, spray it black, leave that bare metal. Might do the inside black. Just going to make up a little bracket just to come off there, just to tie in there then as well. So I need to figure out a way of fixing it. Obviously you can't just hang on there, it needs to just something just to give it a bit of support out and hold it in place. So I was going to just do a little kind of just a black bar strap down to the mounting point there, the threaded point, but also I was messing around, I got a bit of that stainless steel tubing I had lying around, squished the end in the vise and just drilled a hole through it. And I was originally going to have it just running parallel with this rear frame, and then as I was moving it around I thought actually I quite like that triangle, so I may well go along this line actually. Quite like it. The one thing that has become apparent now I've got it sort of level on the blocks, where the same as I had on the other side, that kind of line that I was going to leave parallel with that one. I should have thought it through, but I want it almost parallel with the carb bowl kind of line, I think. So I just need to take a little bit off there and have it straightened out to there, I think, rather than sloping down, I think. Yeah, which isn't too much of a hassle. It's just a little, I mean literally just a little slither just to make that straight there, I think, if that's what I want. Actually I might go and get some tape, just tape it up and see if that is the line that I want. But yeah, just working out these mountings. I mean other things are I could put, I wonder if there's enough room in the battery box just to put a riv nut in, and then just have a little bolt that just goes through there, screws in there and holds it in place. I could go off the put the rubber grommets in there so it's a bit tighter. Come on, come on. Never easier one-handed. So yeah, where the fuse box is there, I mean I could put maybe a long bolt all the way through, whoops, and it just bolts in there, and that would hold it in, and then that gets rid of anything down here. That is of course just for this side. The other side I'd have to work out another arrangement, but that is quite a different setup on the other side anyway. So yes, a little bit for me to stick back and think about. So then there we go. As you can see, I did decide to go for the stainless steel little strut. That just bolts on in there. Just a little bend in the flats there and there, and it's got that nice and straight the way I wanted it. I chopped off a little bit of that bottom bit as well, just to kind of try and bring it in level, or a little bit more flush, but then, yeah, I think that's about right. I'll have a look when I get back in. But yes, so just need to do the other side, which may be a little bit trickier, or may not. It's obviously we're not going to be able to get the triangle shape. It's quite dark to see down there. Let's get the torch there. So if I can somehow, I think I'm going to have to go off there, because that is where the threaded hole is. Just there. So there's not enough room to get anything to go up there. So it might just be that it just goes straight up. Straight up there, I think. Well, I was hoping to have got those finished, and at the very least a bit of paint on them. There's not much paint to go on, just on the top bits, but unfortunately that's all I've got left of the stainless. I would have probably had just enough, but I did have a little cock up when I was doing the first measurement, and I didn't really like it. Kind of pushed it out, so I lost about that much, which would have been just enough, because I'm only about that much-ish short. So yeah, I'm gonna have to raid the scrap bin at work and see if we've got any more cast off stainless tubing. And yeah, I can't really do much more on that, which is a shame, because I really kind of wanted to get them finished, which they kind of would have been. But there we go. So yeah, pretty much done. So what have I got to do now? Yeah, finish the other side, spray them up, sort out the heat shield, so what I'm going to do with that. Need to flat down the tank and give that a few more coats. So we'll see what next weekend brings. But thanks for watching, take it easy, and see you next time.